noise too.
Good way you would have the same hair color, really.
Yeah.
You like that noise? I can do it too. Are you sucking your thumb
Shannon,
like a
I've
little
never been
baby?
around an autistic child. Not this much. Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm. Never have. I didn't know. I didn't know how they acted. I knew they had tics, so to speak.
Yeah.
But
It's funny because they told me Grace had autism, and I never even acknowledged that Grace had autism for a good year and a half. They put it on her chart, and I'm like, whatever, because I was focusing on hyperbarics and mitochondrial and just didn't listen to them. And then I went to a conference that I was exhibiting at for hyperbarics for the centers, and my friend said, just go in and just sit, because everybody knew that I don't even think it was denial. It was just like, whatever, and add another thing. I didn't really understand it. I went in that room and I saw the presentation, and they showed me videos of these kids, and I'm looking and going, oh my God, that is Grace to a T. Right down to like the clicking and the repetitiveness of their fingers and their hands. Grace never did like any of that stuff until she was almost 6. What happened with Grace is that Grace never had any vaccines.
Look, there's that
because of her
right
mitochondrial
there.
disorder. Do they vaccinate her?
she's already been
Look, Marty, that's where she
vaccinated.
had her
But all
feet
of her
too.
boosters and all of them. See, Grace never had anything because of her mitochondria.
That's her boo-boo.
It's at the same spot.
That's where she had her feet
Yeah.
too. She got
And then she
boo-boo.
got her vaccines, and then 6 months later, she sat in a corner and did this for hours. And I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? And took her to the doctor, thinking her mitochondria was coming back and something weird was happening. She would sit and do this, and she no longer would look at me. And I'm like, oh my God, mitochondria is back. And he said, did a muscle biopsy? No. And then sent me to a psychologist and said, your daughter has autism. I'm like, you're kidding me. She can't have autism. No one's ever told me that she's autism out of all these doctors all around the world. But then what happened was she had just gotten caught up on her vaccines because she was strong enough to start kindergarten. So she went and they gave her 8 vaccines in one day. And 6 months later, we get an autism diagnosis. And her body's loaded with heavy metals. So that's how we got into the whole autism world. So.
But did she have any of that when she was like Mayci?
No, she was just like Mayci. Very quiet.
So do you think that when Mayci kind of wakes up that she'll be autistic?
I have no idea. I mean, I don't know, since she's already Grace never had any of her vaccines, and she was already woken up. So she was doing really well, and we were able to put her in kindergarten, and we got her vaccines. So the fact that she's handled